What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Friday Night Figures. I'm the Authority, and I'm here with best friend and fellow review master,
J-Hubs.
And today we're doing a double unboxing, double review of the Ichika Takatsuki 1/7 scale by Griffon Enterprises from the anime Waiting in the Summer.
And over here we have the 1/8 scale Kotobukiya Asuna Yuuki from the Fairy Dance Arc of Sword Art Online.
So what we're going to do, we're going to get them opened up, we're going to get them out of the packaging, get them on display, and we're going to show you guys everything, and we're going to do top to bottom reviews of both figures. We're going to do them together, and we're really excited about this double review. So Jared, let's crack these bad girls open.
Authority, what's that on your head?
Well, these are the Neko Mimi Neuroware cat ears that we got from Robert's Anime Corner during their holiday sale. Robert's Anime Corner, the only place to buy anime figures and manga. AnimeCornerStore.com.
Feeling a little inadequate.
That's all right.
You know, Authority, I'm really impressed with the condition of just the boxes. Boxes are in outstanding condition.
Well, you know, that's what you get, Jabs, when you buy from a company like Robert's Anime Corner. You get boxes that are unscratched, undented, and undamaged. And that's, you know, what I've come to expect. I'd like to ask my cameraman just to check out the box quick on this Ichika Takatsuki by Griffon Enterprises. You get a beautiful front with window display here. And then, of course, you have the sides, the back, the sides once more. You have the top portion. And some people, apparently they have to see the bottom of the box. That's the bottom of the box. Jared, if you would, maybe show them your box as well.
Absolutely. So on ours we have the front, the side, the back.
The back is very beautiful.
The back is gorgeous.
It really, yeah, definitely showcases the
Very well detailed, very well labeled. Of course we have the top, which has the labeling. And if people really need to see the bottom, it has all the cautions and warnings.
All right, let's crack these figures up. And we have some tape that you need to remove. And I always recommend before you open a figure, before you handle a figure for the first time, I always recommend that people wash their hands. And Jared and I have both done that prior to this video. We got some glasses. Oh, she looks so weird without her glasses on her face. Ichika was meant to have glasses. I don't care what they say. I'm going to have to work on that after I get her out here.
It's okay. I am extremely impressed, actually, with the wrapping on the interior of the figure. Kotobukiya did an outstanding job with this one.
That is something that they're known for. They do a really nice job with their figures.
Even the fairy wings individually were wrapped. Took very good care.
Do you expect anything less?
I do not.
Me neither.
And my figure is completely unwrapped.
I wish I was as fast as you.
I'm trying to be as gentle as possible.
Thank you.
But there we are. There's Asuna Yuuki. And I mean, just look at that detail. I mean, it is gorgeous. I almost want to call this stand a chalice, even though it's supposed to be a cage opened for the detail, but I mean, it is just gorgeous.
You know, how they have mine out of the box. This is our Ichika Takatsuki 1/7 scale by Griffon Enterprises. And this figure is almost everything I hoped it would be. I really like it. Can you just turn that Asuna Yuuki so I can see it?
Absolutely. Here's your 1/8 scale Kotobukiya.
My goodness.
I mean, ooh, look at the detail.
I know. I've wanted an Asuna figure so bad for such a long time, and this is just, I mean, this is just, as far as I'm concerned, this is the tops for me. All right, great. So I'll have you turn that back towards the camera, and we're going to start with Ichika here, and we're just going to go top to bottom, and we're going to talk about the figure, okay?
Sounds good.
So one thing right off the bat that I want to point out. I don't usually like to start with a negative, but I have to tonight.
The coloring.
Do you see the fading on the hair? I'm not saying that some is not okay. This is a bit extreme right here. It's something I don't like, and it's something that's going to cost this figure some points in the review. However, overall, I really like the job they did on her hair. The splits on the back side here are very nice.
Even the detailing on the hand actually is very, very interesting, very unique. And moving down a little further, you're going to get into the torso here, but the detail is actually very nice. Where the arm and the torso are. A lot of figures, you'll see that would just be solid there, but no, they actually made it to be as realistic to a shirt as possible.
Did they actually hollow that out?
They hollowed it out. That's a very nice detail.
Oh my goodness, that's awesome. So you guys are going to see there's even some more phenomenal detailing here on the shirt, and then the sleeve, the end of the sleeve, you have a little border here. And I mean, that's kind of detail I come to expect from some of these figures, especially when you're paying upwards of $80, $90 for some of them. I want detail, and I really don't want discoloring on the hair. But that is something I can get over, considering how much I love this character. I can get over that, but it isn't something that I'll overlook completely.
But there are some things that I like about this figure. What you don't want in a figure is where the clothing is uniform to the skin, because obviously if it's at the same level as the skin, that's just not right.
And then you're going to sacrifice detail. So I want to point that out with what my friend Jared here is mentioning. If you can see how her shirt, you can see how there's like a V-neck cut. You can actually see there's a difference in layers, and that's really very impressive. And even the detailing out front here is awesome, very impressive. Her glasses are a really cool feature.
And actually, where I noticed the detail, the upper detail is outstanding, but actually her socks actually stick out just ever so slightly, and the shoes are also very well done in detail as well.
Yes, I agree with you 100%. There is one more thing I want to point out about the top torso part of the body,
okay.
And I think this is really important. She has an absolutely beautiful bow tie that just kind of makes the figure pop. And it's something that I really like about this figure, and I think really makes it awesome.
You're right, Authority. It's not bland. It sticks out very well. It's very well detailed. It wasn't just kind of thrown on there as a flat piece. It is very well detailed. As you can see, there are multiple layers to the bow.
Folds and cuts.
Yep. Outstanding.
Absolutely. Let's talk eyes and face. I don't think you could get much more detailed. The face is awesome, just like in the show. Her eyes, big, bright, and blue, and I really like that detail. We'll show the camera in just a moment. I'll let you have a look at that there, Jared.
Ooh, I'd definitely like you to mention the stand.
Oh, we will. Oh, we'll definitely mention the stand, absolutely. I want you guys to get a look at the glasses and the eyes. I may have kind of botched things a little bit on how I put the glasses on. That still may need a little bit of work, but that's generally how it's supposed to look. And I think it's absolutely beautiful. So we're going to move right down the figure here to the skirt. Layers, cuts, and it gives it a very 3D look, a very realistic look. And I really like it. And even there's an off color to it. So when I first saw it, I was thinking that the paint was screwed up, just like on the hair. But no, this kind of makes it look like the sun or the light is hitting it at a different angle. And that's something that I really appreciate. That kind of detail in a figure is what I've come to expect, especially on some of these, like I said, higher cost figures. The legs, the detail is perfect. The coloring is phenomenal. I really like this. It almost looks realistic.
And Authority, check this out. Check out the fingertips.
Get out of here. She's got painted nails. I don't know how well you guys will be able to see that, but get a look at that if you can see it. She has pink fingernails. It'll be ever so slightly you'll be able to see it.
That is impressive detailing. I mean, some of those small little details is what really is going to bring that score up.
Yeah, like I said before with the bow tie, it really makes the figure pop. And you know, you can even see on her left chest here, she has the little badge, a little symbol from their high school, from Waiting in the Summer. That's so cool, and that's something I look for in every figure. So, I'm kind of a pervert, I don't really care.
That's okay.
They're white. If you guys, I know everybody's wondering, they're white. So I want to draw your attention now away from the pervertedness and back to the figure. Check this out, a beautiful name tag down here. I've seen some figures like this before. I actually have a couple of them that have that. I don't know how well you guys will be able to see it, but it does say Ichika Takatsuki. It does give us a nice little description of the figure. very beautiful. Like Jared pointed out, the socks, there's actually an edge to the socks. And that is something that I've only seen a handful of times in figures. Very impressive, phenomenal detailing, the shoes are beautiful. I love this figure, and I can't wait to rate it for you guys in a couple minutes. Well, Jared, let's move on to Asuna Yuuki, the 1/8 scale by Kotobukiya from Sword Art Online. Go ahead, Jared, take it away.
Let's take a look at this authority.
Go ahead, Jared, take it away.
Where to begin? Where to begin? This figure
Blows you away, doesn't it?
blows me away. It has
beautiful
a,
hair tie here, nice little ribbon up in the hair.
the detailing on this one is, to compare it, but not to compare it. She has the fingernails as well. She also has a bow tie that's somewhat similar,
Sure.
as you can see from the front here, but again, look at the detailing. Her bracelet actually sticks out a bit, like it should. The other details, her shoes.
How well you can see it, I don't know, but her pigtails, they have little hair ties in them. She has little red hair ties in her pigtails. That's something, that's pretty cool. That'll get big points for sure, definitely. But you know, I mean, you can see, you can look at Asuna's face. For those of you that have seen the show, you know that she isn't always the happiest character. Not to say she's a downer, but look at her face. It's just kind of a basic, bland, emotionless expression. Of course, Yuki meaning snow, cold, you know, hey, come on guys, there's some meaning behind these names. So this little, I believe this was the cage that she was in, and this little cage here is, the detail on that is just phenomenal. The colors are great, it cuts everything about it, and I really love it. And it gives the figure some flair. It really makes the figure, like I said with Ichika, with her bow and her detail and her uniform, it really makes the figure pop, and it's very, very impressive.
I have one complaint.
All right,
The wings.
really,
The wings don't have much detail to them. They're very bland.
they were supposed to be like that, I think. They're not as
detailed as the rest of the figure, though. They seem very simplistic. Not that they're a nice. The wings are a nice touch. Don't get me wrong. They have these nice upper flares, and it has the nice edge down here. But looking at the rest of the figure, just to me, the wings are a little more simplistic as opposed to the rest of the figure.
Well, you know, I know in the show, in the fairy dance arc, some of the characters had kind of shining green, whatever wings. I think Asuna's wings were more white and transparent like this, or more white and, I guess, opaque transparent would be a better description. But I think her wings were more of that style because she was more of a, you know, an important character, or whatever. Let's talk hair once more for a second. This was ridiculous, you guys. Look at that giant head of hair. Now look at all the different strands we get here, the detailing on it, and look at how we go from solid, light brown, all the way down to almost clear at the very tips. That's awesome, and that's something that I really like. Of course, as we get further down on the figure, the dress she's wearing just flows, and it's almost like, I don't even know, the colors, there's like a light purple, light blue coloring at the tip of the robe almost.
And the detailing, it almost looks like this is tied off like a sash. You can see that this is separate bits of plastic to detail it. I mean, it's not just melded together. It is, the dress itself is gorgeous. Very well done.
Absolutely.
And look at the bottom. The bottom has detailing for the trimming, kind of on the bottom part of the dress.
Yep, it does. Unfortunately, I don't know if we'll be able to see that with the camera from this distance, but it is, we do have that beautiful blue tint here on the edge. And one more thing I noticed, she's got these ribbons around her feet and up on her ankles. That's really cool. That's just some extra detail that really makes this figure stand out. I really can appreciate it for sure. Of course, she has the silver around the tips of her ears. I don't know how well you can see that. She's got her little choker on, and that's another thing that you just, all these things that come into a figure like this, they really help you get a better appreciation for the image that this artist and the sculptor was trying to capture. And that's something I think Kotobukiya does really well with a lot of their figures, which is why I'm such a big supporter of their products. Of course, if you can get in there on her eyes, I know smaller details are hard sometimes, very well done. The coloring, the style, everything about it, just absolutely beautiful. again, this is another one of those figures that I just can't wait to rate. Can't wait to talk about it. So,
What do you think, Authority? You want to rate them?
I do want to rate them. I always want to rate my figures, and I always want to tell my customers whether or not they should buy them. So, Ichika Takatsuki, 1/7 scale, Griffon Enterprises, waiting in the summer. First of all, buy or don't buy. If you're a waiting in the summer fan, buy. Otherwise, pass. I'm a waiting in the summer fan. That's why I bought the figure. I love it. I really like the coloring. I like the different shades, the folds on the clothing, the detail, the fact that her shirt isn't just a solid piece of PVC. Everything Jared, pointed out, it's a great figure. But there are some things that really make me dislike this figure. And I'm sorry, as much as I love the character, for $90, $100, I expect better than that. Rating, 7 out of 10, and an only buy if you're a fan of the series. What do you think, Jared?
Unfortunately, I cannot give any additional comments because a 7 out of 10 is what I would give it for the price. I would also only buy it if you're a fan of the series. I personally have not seen that series, so it would not be a figure that I would buy. Don't get us wrong, or don't get me wrong. It's a good figure. It's a lovely figure, but it's a 7 out of 10. It is so very difficult to find a perfect figure.
It is something that I actually may think that I can get to do, other than maybe the Revy that we reviewed on the first episode of the show.
What about Asuna Yuuki?
Well, again, for the price, I think I don't even remember what I paid, but it was, I would say if you can find this figure for between $80 and $120, you're a fan of Sword Art Online, or you're looking for a beautiful centerpiece for your collection that will really draw some looks, get some good questions and comments from people that check out the figures, there's no better option. I think it's an absolutely beautiful figure. My rating for it is going to be an 8.5 out of 10. The coloring, everything is sublime. It goes so well together. I didn't buy the figure because I loved Sword Art Online. I bought the figure because I loved Asuna Yuuki. So I believe for a figure to get a 10 out of 10, all of these different aspects need to come together. It needs to be a love for show, a love for character, a love for design, and a love for the craft. And if they're not all there, a 10 out of 10, unfortunately, is not achievable. I'm giving it 8.5 out of 10. The coloring is, like I said, beautiful. The sculpt and everything is great. Jared, give us your review.
I'm going to give her a 9 out of 10.
Okay.
I am a fan of Sword Art Online. Have not watched it in its entirety, have not read the manga in its entirety, but I like the show. I very much love Asuna Yuuki, and I mean, just looking at this figure, I'm loving it. Just sitting here looking at it, being able to look at that detail, what they put into it. It really takes a lot to make a perfect 10 out of 10, but I would give this one a 9 out of 10. This is a great figure.
This one's pretty close, ain't it? So that's our review for the 1/8 Asuna Yuuki and the 1/7 Ichika Takatsuki. This is Friday Night Figures, and I'm the Authority.
And I'm J Hops.
We're here to make sure you never get a bad figure.